I'm going to be building another completely random house from anywhere in the United States using Google Earth. So far, we've done 9 different states, leaving 41 states left on the wheel. So let's get right into it and see what state we'll be building from next. All right, so we got the wheel right here with the remaining states on it. Let's give it a spin. I don't know what I'm hoping for. Maybe something like East Coast, kind of. I'm not really sure. Nebraska, you know, that's definitely a state. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're on Google Earth. Obviously, you know, for people not in the US, Nebraska, right in the middle. Not a whole lot in the state, I don't think, but we'll see. If you haven't seen an episode of the series before, I just dropped the Street View Man somewhere completely random until I find a house. Like, you know, this doesn't count. Obviously, it's not a house. What is this, though? What are they doing here? I feel like there's gonna be a lot of this, though, in this video. Just endless field. So, yeah, of course, since there was no house, we just drop again. See what we get. Some kind of university, not a house. We run it back. I feel like this might take a minute because it's Nebraska, but we'll see. What's on the western side of Nebraska? Probably nothing. I don't know why I even dropped there. Oh, buildings. I don't think I'm building a funeral home. You know, I think I'll pass on that. This is gonna be a long video. Shout out to my Nebraskan viewers. Yeah, I feel like if I don't aim at a city, I'm like never gonna find something. But whatever, we'll see. This is literally all this state is. Nah, shout out Nebraska though. All right, we'll go kind of near like a named location. I don't want to like choose a city though, but you know, somewhere near it. Okay. I don't know what this is. I mean, it's a drone shot anyway, so we're not building this, but we're so close to just houses. We almost just hit buildings, but nope. Wow, why is it so green? We'll go near here, I guess. There's another like point on it, so it gotta be a city of some kind. Okay. Feeling good about this one. Never mind. Any minute now. Somewhere near Lincoln. I'm sure we'll get a house here. Of course. Wellness club. I don't know. We'll put a photosphere here. I feel like we just have to aim for a city. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. Any minute now. That's a river. Oh my god. Yo, it's a beautiful state. All right, it's a beautiful state, but I'm looking for houses. Or even like a business. It's like vaguely house shaped. You know, would work. We'll go like Lincolnish again, I guess. And we're at a trail. Again, I have to be facing it when I drop. That's kind of the rules I've set here. Let's like rotate so we get like a, you know, a house facing the direction. We'll go near whatever this is. Why not? Columbus. I'm not building this. What is this? I'm gonna zoom in so I can get like the names. We'll drop near York. I don't know if York is like big or not, or if there's like no one there. I have no idea. Okay, it's a farm. I think everything is a farm. All right, where's like Lincoln at? All right, we'll just drop here again. I got a good feeling. Oh my god. I'm on a bike. I didn't know I could do that. I had no idea you could do that. It's interesting. It's interesting. All right, we'll drop in Lincoln again. We're gonna house in Lincoln. All right, that's the goal here. I'm sick of farms. Oh my god, it's the same person. What? They're just plotting out the whole. Is this all them? Is this like whole trail them? Dude, they street viewed out their whole neighborhood. Wait a minute, I gotta get to the bottom of this. Okay, it's like really old. Dude, they've been doing this for a minute, I think. Okay, this is a street view car. All right, whatever. Back to dropping randomly. I'm going to Lincoln. I don't even care. I'm building a house in Lincoln. Wow, I'm really no way. It's gonna be the same person, dude. Oh my god. Honestly, just anywhere in Lincoln at this point. I'm just gonna take a house. Okay, wait a minute. Got a good view of it at least. That might be the house. Wait, it's got kind of an interesting like brick sort of layout to it, and like the top half is like siding. Like a nice porch, good yard, basketball hoop. Yeah, I think this is the house. Looks pretty good. You know, there's a good 3D view for it, so it shouldn't be too bad to build. Oh yeah, let's get into Minecraft and just kind of build it. There's no pool, luckily, which is good because I hate doing that. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm of course just talking about like getting the shape in. It's kind of like standard. I don't understand why there's 2 garages in the front of this house, but whatever. Yeah, for anyone new to the series, I don't do like 1-to-1 scale, really. I just kind of do it however I want it like to look good, I guess. But I can come through and use this measuring tool here to kind of say like, maybe that's about 7 blocks, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't do it exactly. Something like that for the side, I think. I don't really know. This main part's about 15 across, I think. I think it looks about right for the scale of the house. I don't really know. I'm gonna make it longer, we'll see. I do like that this house kind of has like very distinct like sections. Like there's this big like middle rectangle and then everything else is kind of like around it. So I think it'll make it pretty easy to build, but also like I think it'll look pretty good in game. But yeah, let's keep getting the main shape in. I think something like that is kind of the shape we're going for here. And there's like a little thing on the back, but it's not really like, I don't think it's structural. I think it's more of like a pavilion sort of thing, or like overhang. I don't really know what to call it, but I think it's just kind of like an awning area, maybe. I don't know. But I do think this is a shape. I think I like the way it looks. It's kind of a bit interesting. This middle rectangle is obviously like the main like chunk of the house, and everything else is you know, different. Of course, going with brick for like this front part. I'm just gonna try to get the front wall in first, I think. Yeah, I guess it's like 4 tall, maybe. Then meets in a point. Pretty simple, like shape-wise, which I like. There's a lot of like white accents. I'm gonna try to use probably pale oak for that. It's probably just gonna be a trapdoor, you know. A lot of this kind of like just does itself, basically. Or like chimney sort of thing. Probably a vent, actually. I don't know if I actually have a chimney here, but maybe it's a chimney. Mojang, please give us better bricks. Even just a texture update to these, man. Anything. I think I gotta raise this up one. It's basically impossible to like the scale for Minecraft houses, right? Because like usually roofs aren't like on a 45-degree angle, so everything always looks kind of taller than it actually should. But I think that's right. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? And this section obviously just kind of meets at a point like here. I'm not sure what block I'm gonna use for the roof. It's kind of like brown, so like between either a wood or maybe mud. I don't really know. What kind of stairs even are in the game at this point? I feel like mud might be literally the only option. It's too bright to be spruce, too dark to be oak. It's not jungle. It basically leaves me with only mud. We'll get to that when we get to it, obviously. There's like gonna be a white trapdoor here too, but we'll get to that later. And the roof kind of just extends. There's like a porch here. And then it curves like that, I guess. Yeah, I'm just focusing on this brick part first. And once we get that in, we can get that like middle section. There's obviously like a window there, but you know, we'll get to that later. Alright, so this whole back like chunk is like this color. Like it's part of this. What about over here? Okay, this is interesting. I wonder how that connects. Can we get a view on the side here? That looks really ugly. Okay. That is kind of disgusting looking. What? What is happening? That might be the worst window placement we've seen on this series so far. Kind of comparable to the first house. Anyone who remembers that, maybe I'll put it on screen. It was bad. Okay, we got a better view of the awning over here too. Alright, I guess we'll get that in. I cannot believe this is a real design that was approved. This roof might be kind of very tall. I'm not 100% sure. It might look kind of bad. We'll see. Again, stone bricks are just placeholder. That's not the worst thing I've ever built. Alright, what happens over here? Okay, this only goes over a few blocks. Yeah, that window placement, man. Okay, this goes over a few blocks, and then it transitions to like this main chunk of house, I guess, which lines up just to the side of the peak of that. Alright, so it's just a big rectangle then, I think. It's pretty simple. I should probably stop using stone brick. I should probably actually change to mud now. I think I should have to use mud stairs. I don't think there's like any other option. I might trim it white on the front because that just looks the most like it does in real life. Yeah, I think I have to use white stairs on the front here. It'll obviously like be more white in Minecraft than real life because it'll be on top as well, but I think it'll just look bad without it and it'll look more realistic with it, so why not? I've been getting a lot of comments recently about like why I use pale oak instead of like quartz, so I'll do a comparison real quick. Quartz is just way too smooth in my opinion to use in like this kind of house. I almost would probably prefer diorite over it. It's just too smooth. It looks way too modern and like clean. Like yeah, I think I even prefer diorite over quartz, but yeah, I'm going with pale. I think it has like the least like bright white, even though I don't really like the pink tone it has. I think it's the best option we have. Like yeah, it's not bad. I think I like the way it looks with the mud too. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever. Alright, we're getting somewhere, I think. Perhaps. This roof like extends up here a bit too, so I'll just get that in there now. I gotta figure out what block to use for like the main part of the house too. Like it almost like maybe birch, but I feel like that would look so ugly with mud. Alright, we're getting there. I think it's most like this brick part filled in. Okay, so this is entirely brick. And yeah, this is like a tan color. I just can't believe it looks like this. What could possibly lead to that being the ideal window layout in a house? Like that makes no sense. Yeah, just kind of this boring beige siding on it. It's so weird. What is this? How much taller is the back part? Maybe 4 blocks from the back. This like ridge carries over. All right, I gotta figure out block to use here. I think birch just is the best option. Not like I think it's a good option. I think it's the only option. But, you know, this goes up to about here. I think give it one more for like Minecraft proportions. Again, the height is like kind of exaggerated in Minecraft because you can't do like less than a stair, like slant up without slabs. So yeah, it'll be a bit taller, but that's fine. How far over does it go? It's like a block or two in. I guess probably like 9 across in like Minecraft terms. It's not too bad. Maybe to here. That feels about right. I'll be optimistic. I think this is gonna be an amazing house once it's done. I think it just needs time, you know. I'm not sure about the block palette. All right, let's be honest with ourselves here. But we'll see. We'll see. And there's like these front window things. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit these at all, honestly. Like, yeah, I just don't think they'll fit. Like, at least lined up the same. Yeah, not at all, but I think this is the only place like I really can put them. Because you need at least a 2 gap between them. I think that's all I can get. I wish there was a way to not have them connected, but I can't really move it over anymore. It's already moved over too much. So I just kind of gotta accept it. There's gonna be windows there, of course. It's not my greatest house, I don't think, but that's kind of the way these always are. They're always like, they look very bad until you're done with them, and then they kind of look actually pretty good. So I'm gonna hold out hope. Gotta fill in a bunch of blocks now. What a bit of world at it, you know. Almost done just filling in stuff. I really want to get into details because I think that's when this house will like maybe start looking alright. Stuff like texturing, gutters, plants, windows, that kind of thing. You know, that's not horrible, alright? Honestly, that's not horrible. There's like a porch here, but there's like, kind of fits in really weird. We'll worry about that later, I think. What a beautiful, beautiful build. I'm just gonna texture this world out, I think, at least the birch part. Just something like that. That does enough, honestly. I think I have to texture the brick by hand though, which is annoying. So let's try to figure out where the brick is first. This comes in here, and I guess we'll do something like this, I think. It's kind of shallow, but it looks shallow in real life too. Something like that. But I think this is like sandstone here. There's like a door. I don't know what block to use here. Just gonna assume it's like that, why not? It's birch. Door on this side, a window here. All right, yeah, let's texture all this brick. I'm gonna use granite, obviously. Actually, real quick, where does this go? Like, I think this is just on like a support or two. I don't think there's walls here. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, yeah. It looks like it's floating on this, but yeah, I'm gonna put like a wall here, probably. Like the item, not like a literal wall. It's probably about in the middle, right? Nope, not at all. Of course, was I expecting? Maybe 3 blocks from this side, I don't know. Can't be too hard. Probably about here, honestly. I was right originally. Yeah, they'll move it 1 over so I can get the center on it. Because a lot of the like walls here have like a trapdoor looking thing. And it looked like it was a physical like kind of wall up here. And you know, just mud up here, I guess. Yeah, then this almost looks like it's just like something like this, almost, I guess. Like that looks so bad, but that's kind of what it is, I think. That could hold up a whole structure, I'm sure. All right, that's kind of yeah, like the shape about done. Yeah, let's get to texturing this brick though. Just like really simple. A lot is gonna be covered by like plant stuff or just like, you know, there's gonna be windows over it, so it's not that important. But I think it goes a long way. At least in my opinion. Maybe you hate it, let me know. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, consider subscribing. I appreciate it. Trying to get 100K this year, we'll see. Also join the Discord. A lot of cool people in there. Let's get all the windows in. That's like the only like a really obvious window, I think. Something like that. It's probably not quite that big. There's a window here, door here. Around the back is where it gets really weird though. Let's take a look. Like, okay, this side's normal. There's 1 window. The back is just like window spam, you know, natural light. And then there's this absolute like agony window layout. Who did this, man? It's not even centered either. Everything about this is so bad. I hate this. I hate this so much. But yeah, let's go these in real quick. Beautifully off center, of course. I'm gonna make this go up 1 more. Like this is truly just like awful. Like it's so bad. But it's kind of bad in like a funny way, so it's kind of good. That's actually just misery. Window here. These are still really weird windows, but they're like pretty simply laid out, so it's not that bad. Like that. 1 here, I think. It's kind of between both of them. I don't know. We'll do something like that. It's a bigger one here. Right about here. I think this one's smaller. We'll see those 1. Why not? And on the bottom, there's like probably like a 4 wide one. Something like that. There's 1 more here, which looks kind of, you know. Yeah, I think that's about the window layout. This one looks kind of weird, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna assume. Wow, my computer is tweaking. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna assume there's a door here. Maybe just a double door. Something like that. Knowing this house, it wouldn't be centered anyway, so it'll be a 2 wide door. And there's like Just a very normal one here. And there's no windows on this side. So we're actually kind of getting there. I don't hate this house anymore, I don't think. Let's get this like chimney thing in. Yeah, it's like this thing. There's a bunch of air conditioning units there too, I guess. But, you know, it probably just comes out about a block, 2 across, trap doors on the top or something. Pretty standard. Just get that in real quick. Something like that, I guess. I don't know if this is a chimney or not, but why not? I like kind of Minecraftifying these a bit. That's not terrible. Just gonna lightly texture this. All right, we're getting there. There's a bunch of weird stuff on the back. Almost vents. I don't really know how to do that. They look kind of a similar color of the roof. I think I might just put like blocks here. It's kind of what it looks like. It's like the first thing in the house that looks evenly spaced. Wait a minute. What's going on? It's kind of like that. I think I'll just leave it like that. But with that, I think we're like, that's like the main structure of the house done, I think. It's just a lot of detailing now, which can hopefully carry it. We'll see. Let's get these trapdoors in. Just like a small sign where the address is, like right here, which I think looks pretty good. Ooh, there's a window here, which I missed. Something like that. That's gonna look horrible, but whatever. All right, let's fill the windows in real quick. I just usually use glass panes. Probably just this. I don't do interior on these, by the way. Sorry to disappoint. I usually just kind of black the windows out and move on. All right, what door do I put on this? Kind of looks oak. Either oak or jungle, I think. Sure, it's not bad. Oh, let's do a quick comparison. I guess kind of the next, like really easy step. It's probably just the driveway and like the path leading to the porch and everything. I feel like that's probably what I should do next. Which isn't exactly like the fun part to do, but it makes a difference. Just why does this like whole thing? Kind of something like this. This whole area doesn't really matter. I just kind of care about this part. And then this path kind of just connects over here. That a bit of a curve. Something like that, honestly. Again, it doesn't have to be anything like crazy. I'm gonna get some stairs in. Just some texturing. Mojang, you already got the texture right there. Just give us a block with all of it. So I don't have 2 stairs, please. We've got a few sandstone blocks and all of them have the same texture on the top. Like, why? What's the point? Alright, that's not bad. Let's get this like, there's like gravel around it almost. It's like stones, like shrubs in it. I don't know what block I'm gonna use for that, but let's get it in. Something like that, I guess. Just not that important, really. Alright, let's get like the important like house details in. Stuff like gutters and like, I don't know. just stuff. We have some kind of hanging light here, so, you know. Some gutter here. Some kind of railing. Something like that. Lantern there. Some of these windows have a white frame on them, and I just don't think there's a way for me to do that. Unfortunately. Like, looking at it, I don't know how I do that at all. I just don't like that. I don't know why. I just think it looks... Some about it just looks wrong. You know, it's like kind of what it looks like in real life. It just looks wrong. That's kind of more accurate to the shape, though. I think we should do something like that and call it like that. That's not that bad, I don't know. There's a lot of just gutters everywhere. There's something like this up here, but there's like a trapdoor in the way for me, so I can't really do it. Yeah, there's a lot of gutters. I gotta get more plants here, obviously. Basketball hoop, like motion sensor maybe. Just a bunch of random detail stuff to fill the space up. Gutter, light. Yeah, let's get stuff in. Okay, there's like a curved, like kind of half circle here. That's kind of about it. Just some rocks, fence. There's like a shed here, but I just can't see it to like actually build it. You know what I mean? Is it even here in this one? I don't. Okay, there is a bit of a shed there. Maybe we could try to get that in. But yeah, just a couple trees, plants, that kind of thing, and then we're kind of getting there. Honestly, it's kind of like a very simple patio space. Looks like there's a couple chairs here. I'm just gonna say there's a table here. Why not? I think this kind of rock stuff surrounds literally the whole house, so I'm gonna just carry like a bit of it through like this, but not like too much. There's kind of more here. There's like, looked like there was like an air conditioning thing here earlier. I'll have to take another look at it. I can't see the back, but like I know there's a couple of these in the front, so I'm gonna assume there's some on the back as well. And I like spamming these, of course, so why not? All right, let's get the fence in. I think that's probably the next thing. Shape isn't like too crazy. It kind of goes like slightly to the right on this side, but I think I'm just gonna have it go straight, like with the house. And this one goes over a bit, and I kind of, I'm gonna do it roughly. I don't usually do the yards like super accurate, so I'll do this kind of rough shape. It only looks like it's like 2 blocks tall, so it should be a pretty quick fence, I think. Looks like it goes back about like 20 blocks. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna make the backyard square, realistically. You can't really like rotate these like kind of fences. So it's just simpler to just do it straight. It just kind of connects here, I think. Just gonna assume there's like a gate here. We'll do it like that. There's a little tree here too, which is like just big enough to block any view of the backyard from street view. Like it's barely even a tree. I don't know if I call it a tree. Just like that, honestly. Yeah, let's get a couple of these around, I think. There's like a few bushes. Not that many, but just a couple. Again, the goal isn't like to be 100% accurate. It never is with this kind of thing, so a bit of my own detail doesn't really matter. There's a tree here though, which I'll put in. It was like kind of taller. That's not a bad tree, I don't think. Let's alright, there's like this stone thing around the back too. Which shouldn't be that bad to get in. Just gonna world at this, why not? Blend it a bit, not really too much. Get a few plants in. And then we're like probably almost done, honestly. Like, we're getting there. It's kind of hard to put plants here when I can't place anything like directly next to it, you know, because it's trapdoor block, obviously. Some more plants in the front, I think. Actually, maybe not. Maybe like one here. All right, you know what? For how bad this started, I think I actually really like this house. All right, let's get a couple more things. There's a like flagpole looking thing here. Probably about where this plant is, honestly. There's no flag on it, but you know, looks kind of like that. Quick reminder of what the building looks like. I feel like I haven't been, you know, showing it too much, but yeah, there's a quick basket hoop. I'm not sure how to build that. I have built one of these before, so let me look at how I did it last time. Something like that. So this is the last one. I think I did another one. Okay. All right, well, they're both basically the same. I'll just do the same design, but with mangrove on the bottom. That's kind of about, you know, maybe mangrove trapdoor too. Why not? I think that works. I don't know. It might look better with just fence. Kind of like the variation though. I think we'll keep it like that. There's like air conditioning looking boxes here. Make something look vaguely mechanical. I don't know. I feel like that counts as vaguely mechanical. I don't know. Let's get like one or two more lanterns about, and I think we're done. Yeah, there's like a shed here, but I literally just can't see it. So I don't even know what it's like made out of. All I know is that the roof is gray. That's literally all I could see. I think that counts as building the shed. I think it's good enough. Oh, there's a air gap. I think that counts personally. All right, now I'm done. I'm gonna call it. Let's get a quick comparison. I think that's, I put a little bit more stuff up there. I think it's good. Let's get shader view, kind of, you know, FOV stuff. Get an actual good look of it. This house is dedicated on patron V. I really appreciate your support. But yeah, with that, I think we're about done. I'm actually really happy with how it looks. Like, look at that. That is, like, especially based off how it looked at the start. Like, I feel like, you know, I can't really complain too much. Quick fire around here, and then we'll do the comparison. Like, I am pretty happy with it. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Probably the best house I've built on the channel in a minute, because I've been doing weird challenges and stuff. I like it. Yeah, let's get a quick comparison, quick side by side. And my game crashed. Very cool, very cool. Well, here's the comparison. I'm actually pretty happy with how the house came out. I think it looks really good in my opinion. This might be one of my favorite Google Earth houses. I'm not 100% sure on that. There's a couple weird things with scale, but I am pretty happy with it. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. You know, it means a lot to me, honestly. Like the video, comment, all that stuff. Join the Discord, join the Patreon. And real quick in the outros, I want to start shouting out my $8 patrons because I really appreciate you. So shout out Aelic, Dragon, ThaMango, Luke D007, Agony, and Claire. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.